Okie dokie. With that taken care of, I guess next up is Pinna Park, which is just over here. El Delfino is interesting. For a hub, it's actually pretty small. It's like pretty easy to access everything, which is nice in some ways. It's not like overwhelmingly big, like some hubs can be. It's just very compact, but cozy. I've always liked El Delfino, or Delfino Plaza specifically, as just a very like cozy hub area. Alright, we have a couple of options of what to do here first. I'm actually tempted to get the 100 coins out of the way first. The recommendation for this level is usually the beach cannon secret. This is boring as hell though. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's like, this is tedious because most of what you're doing is just blowing up bullet bills. That was almost very lucky. What you actually want to do is just do this over and over again to get coins. But there's these little baskets that actually do have blue coins for you. So we will be going after those too. There's Yoshi in this stage as well. Gold bullet bills are obviously worth more and are worth going after. The purple bullet bills are homing. Those are the ones we actually want to get the blue coins. You can pray for a good bullet bill spawn, obviously, but I don't recommend it because it can take forever. There should be 2 buried in the sand. The other one should be like over here somewhere. Just finding the ground can give you coins, but that just takes forever. The fruits in this are just buried in the ground too, you have to spray them out. Which is just kind of obnoxious, not gonna lie. These bob-bombs are really fascinating to me because they're like digital. It's like this design never comes back. I don't even think this is ever used as like a sticker in Smash Bros or anything, or like a spirit. It's like these never show up again. Which is interesting. Alright, so yeah, I'm prioritizing Yoshi just because, you know, finding a needle in a haystack with these fruits basically is gonna take a bit. Wait, is that what we need? Yeah, that's it. You can also just do this if you're really fancy, or you can just be me and just completely botch it. I hope that respawns, otherwise that would be really awkward. If that doesn't respawn. Yeah, getting coins here isn't that bad. Yeah, that was actually just a really lucky shot there. I was not trying to go for that. If I screwed it up, we can just go back later on. Okay, they do respawn. Neat. Just need to figure out where the hell the papaya was. Like, Mario Sunshine is a game with a lot of busy work, I'm not gonna lie. Like, a lot of downtime, a lot of busy work. So I think part of the reason this game is just like, you know... It's a mix of, like, on one hand, I love this game, on the other hand, I cannot say it's, like, overhated or anything. I think the criticisms of this game are completely valid. Yeah, like, missions like I think it is possible to get the 100 coins elsewhere, this is just where I like to do it. Because I've always done it here, and I'm bad at change, so... I think there's actually a skip you can do in this world, using Yoshi, actually. I want to say you can actually, because, like, the platforms that are created when spraying an enemy with juice, like Yoshi's juice, they'll start moving horizontally or vertically. You can actually make a horizontal platform and use that to actually, like, clip out of bounds somewhere. Again, I don't remember the specifics because I'm not a speedrunner, but it is something I have heard about. Alright, Had real bad luck with these bullet bills. We also have to come back here a second time because we still have the cannon secret red coins. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty low-key as we got the rest of the blue coins here. Okay, sometimes the bullet bill's just green, and that's just the most frustrating experience, because it's like, nope, nothing you can do about it. You just are at the mercy of RNG if the bullet bill decides to play nice or not. Also, if you got the right one or not. Accidentally... Well, actually, it didn't take out the homing one. Good. But then I wasn't fast enough. Alright, there's a very good chance that we will end up getting the 100 coins before actually getting the blue coins here. At the rate we're going, I'm not sure what the hell happened, if like the AI got worse with this version or something, but I swear I've been having a worse time here than usual. Like getting the bullet bills to cooperate, I mean. 3 more. These are long shots too. Alright, wait, hold on. There it goes. Oh, why was that gold one so fast? Like, are they normally that fast? Was it just the camera angle? I think it was just the camera angle, but I don't usually see them go that fast. Hey, that's very convenient. We love a easy shot there. Yeah, their turning radius isn't great. I'm realizing that's part of the reason this sucks so much. But hey, we got it. So now we have to actually just destroy them. To talk a little bit more about the Switch 2, I suppose. Yeah, I have a lot of issues with it, but in general, I lean more positive than most, I think. But again, I don't know how much of that's just bias. Fully admitting that. It's like, it's definitely a console I would like to have someday, partly just because, you know... Same reason as the PS5. If it runs Switch games better, then you have a built-in library of, like, hundreds of thousands of games that will, you know, still be really good, but also play better. You know, if you haven't played, like, Link's Awakening, that's getting a patch. If you haven't played, Echoes of Wisdom, that's also getting a patch. Those have the same problem. It's like a weird VSync that causes the frame rate to just randomly tank to 30, and then back to 60. So yeah, same with PS5, there are a lot of games on PS4 I missed out on, so the PS5, as, you know, inherently not exciting as the PS5's library has been, I don't, like, regret owning a PS5 from the perspective of I've at least gotten a lot of time out of back compatibility, at the very least. Obviously, that doesn't excuse not having a big first-party lineup, but in a way, that's at least my rationale of, like, why I actually think the PS5 is a smidge overhated, especially if you missed out on a PS4. If this is like your first PlayStation, you have a huge library to delve into. Otherwise, it's not nearly as exciting, admittedly. Alright, so we have to come right back here for something else. But hey, we got that one out of the way. Next up, we have, the secret, which, I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember where these red coins are in the next 2, actually. I mean, I have a guide right in front of me, so I can just look them up. But, I'd have to scroll back a ways to get to Pinna Park, I'm discovering. That's Stranded Beach. We are still not there. There we go. Oh, I meant to actually go to episode 2. Oops. You also have these enemies that, like, only show up here. They steal Mario's hat, which in this game actually will kill you. Like, you take chip damage, essentially, from, like, assumedly, like, heat, you know, sunstroke or something. But yeah, you gradually lose health if you don't have a hat in this, and it's, like, a rare case of that in this series. In Mario 64, you take double damage if you don't have a hat, but in this game, it just will gradually take you out. Alright, back in the park proper. This stage is really funny to me, because sometimes I would watch speedruns and they'd be like, so there's like this tech we found where you can like skip most of this level. I discovered this when I was like 7 or 8. Like, this is really easy. You just go over here and like do this. You will clip through. Like, it was always funny seeing like speedruns hype this up as like this big trick that was discovered when it's like, yeah, like 9-year-old me knew about this like for years. I'm getting these now because getting back up here is gonna be a pain in the ass, so just to save myself some headache. Yeah, Hatless Mario details are really fun, like Easter eggs. Speaking of getting coins while I'm up here, there's another one that's like really hard to get that I should consider getting. Yeah, don't have to worry about those. Don't have to come back up here. But yeah, you have to like navigate all of that nonsense down there. That's what you're supposed to do, but again, you can just clip through the right side of the Ferris wheel spinning arms, and boom, you're done. You're at the top. You can skip the entire thing. It's really weird that they let you do that. That was, again, this game feels like it was extraordinarily untested, truth be told. Again, as a Sunshine Defender, this game was still really rushed, and has a lot of weird holes in its programming that are just like, how did no one catch this? I mean, like, the thing is, every game has a problem or two that just sneak by. Like, Thousand Year Door HD has a glitch, well, had a glitch, they did patch it. And I completely understand why they didn't catch it. Where it's like, oh, if a specific stage hazard triggers on the super boss fight of the Pit of 100 Trials, the game will soft lock. The odds of that happening are so low that, like, I can tell why they didn't catch it. Like, the statistical probability of finding this glitch is so, like, ridiculous that it's like, you know what, that actually makes sense that no one caught it in development. They patched it once it started circulating online, which was great because the game had already finished development, like, a year prior. It's one of those games that Nintendo finished and just kind of sat on for, like, a year. Nintendo does this a lot with their games, where they're done. They just don't want to release them until they have, like, the perfect opportunity to. And what they deem to be, like, the best opportunity. Which can cause, like, a lot of games that, you know, have been rumored for ages that just don't materialize for an ungodly amount of time. Fire Emblem Engage is one like that, like localizations. First try on that, by the way. Localization stuff for that was already leaking well before the game actually released. And it was just a matter of time until they actually announced it, but it was like weirdly, like, it was a weirdly long time. I do love that cannon clip, by the way. It's one of my favorite tricks that I can actually do very easily in this game. It's not that difficult. I legit don't know why I was struggling so hard with it the previous time, because I normally don't have trouble with it. Oh shit, okay, we're good. Like, literally, what is that extended platform for? It serves no purpose, because literally nothing is over there, except like 2 coins. Because, like, none of the red coins are even over there. Like, if the red coins were that way, there'd be something to do there, but, like, there's nothing over there. It's really weird that there's so much unused space in this stage. Alright, there's a lot of graffiti in Pinna Park. Next... wait. Yeah, no, that's right. Next, we're gonna go after blue coins, probably. I know we just got out of blue coin hell in Gelato, but there are Yoshi-specific ones here. So it kinda makes sense to try to get them here. Oh, there are some you can only do in specific episodes? Why can't you do this one here? Hold on. I need to research this now. I need to investigate. By the way, this part of the cutscene is always the same for the inner park levels. Another weird thing about Pinna Park is all of the final stages are like in the park itself. Like the first few alternate, yeah, the last ones are all inside. I don't believe this guide. I'm gonna look myself. There's like a stomping stew that like has a blue coin, and this guidebook says it's not in episode 6. I'm like, why would it not be in episode 6? There's literally no reason for it to be gone. Yeah, like, is this not the enemy? Like, it's totally here. Like, you know, guidebooks have mistakes. I'm not gonna pretend like, you know, guidebooks are infallible. I've seen so many examples where they aren't. But it's just genuinely, like, confusing when you, like, catch a moment where a guidebook is just wrong. Especially because this is the Nintendo Power license guide, so you'd think it'd be more right. Prima guides were wrong all the time. Yeah, that looks like here, so, well, makes my life easier. Again, actually going to play smart this time, and, like, try to more or less go in order. There's one on top of the Ferris wheel that's really hard to reach, by the way, so that's gonna be fun. So next one is listed as behind here. That one's easy. Above the pirate ship, use the hover nozzle. So yeah, this one is like very challenging. It's all the way up there. Actually, no. I could use this, can't I? Oh yeah, there's one on that platform up there. That one you can't really cheese. You actually do have to ride the Ferris wheel. This one you can't just kind of just jumping hover to get. That was actually very good timing, if I time this right. Gonna go out of order for this one because it's a pain to reach. Above the pirate ship, on top of the pirate ship scaffolding. That's gonna be this one over here, I think. Top of the cage, inside the cage. Okay, spin jumps are not the easiest things to perform on these tiny little ledges. There we go. Also with the bluebirds, you're supposed to like spray them with water. You can actually just use Yoshi to eat them and you'll still get the coin. We might do that instead, because it's actually a lot easier if you have Yoshi. I say as the bluebird immediately starts flying by and I try to aim for it. Top of the cage, inside the cage, under the stairs. This one sucks. You need to like do it like perfectly timed to the apex of your jump out of the water. So yeah, this one is like ridiculously precise compared to most, I'd say. Yeah, like that was off. I don't know, I didn't feel like I did anything different that time, and I got it, so whatever. Inside the green shell, so that's right over here. And Pinna Park is actually pretty small, like a lot of these levels aren't that big. Like decently, what happened to the top part of the shell? Is that something that happens on GameCube? Like I'm legit wondering. Scribbled M's, there should be 3 of them. So we'll take care of all 3 of these. And then the circles, and then the shapes. Electro Koopas are interesting because you can basically do that. Like you take them out with your own shell, which is actually pretty brutal. Very like violent for a Mario game, I'd say. Actually trying to remember where the other M is. Because I know there are 3, but where is it? Pinna Park is probably one of my favorite songs in the game. It's just kind of mellow in a way that I really appreciate. Well, we'll go for these, because we're here. We'll figure it out at some point. Yeah, I think the blue coins and the birds are like the worst ones, just because they take forever. Because like, if you can't catch them at a good position, I mean, it's like regular Shadow Mario fights, where it's like, if he manages to sneak away, the fight gets a lot harder. If you can actually take him out, like, immediately and combo him as he starts running, it's not that bad. Alright, yeah, where the hell is that M? Actually, where does this X go? That's really easy, actually. Yeah, Pinna Park is kind of chill compared to Gelato. The actual levels are kind of challenging, but like the collectibles in them aren't that bad. Again, having a cheese strap for the 100 coins definitely makes it a lot easier. But even the blue coins really aren't too terrible. Don't worry, they'll get their revenge in Noki Bay. Yeah, Noki Bay has like the worst blue coins in the game. Because they're stuck in like little alcoves. Oh! No wonder I forgot about that one. Actually... Because we have to go over there anyway, I'm gonna get Yoshi now. We actually specifically need an orange Yoshi, by the way, for this mission. There's a papaya on this Pianta tree, though, so you can very easily get an orange Yoshi. Yeah, the blue butterfly and the M we're missing are both in the same spot. So we'll get Yoshi for this. Yoshi's reach is like ridiculous in this game. Very OP. Yeah, very overpowered. Yeah, the guide's legit wrong. You can get that blue coin 100% in all the indoor episodes. Just a little typo, no big deal, but it's like something I never noticed before, because I normally just get the blue coins in episode 8, so I'm not like thinking about getting them in episode... Oh, the butterfly's on the other side. Gotcha. It is over here. Alright, there it is. One more, and then we're actually done with Pinna Park's blue coins. Like, that was really fast. Oh, there it is. Can I get it before it starts flying? Hell yeah. Smooth sailing. Ow. Casually gets electrocuted. Yep, totally smooth sailing. One fascinating thing is Mario's, like, model will continue to vibrate after being electrocuted sometimes. So we need to take a Yoshi to the empty spot, and then we get another Shadow Mario stage. This one is one I distinctly remember struggling on as a kid. Like, as a child, I spent a lot of time on this one. This one's pretty difficult. Part of my problem's impatience. It's not actually that difficult. It's like, if you take your time, it's not bad. Except, you know, kid me was always rushing these stages. Also, hitboxes are weird. I'll legit say that too. Hitboxes can kind of screw you over sometimes. Why am I jumping so early? I need to catch the next block. Legit, if like anyone wants to play Sunshine when it comes out on NSO, my number one bit of advice would be spin jump. The spin jump is extraordinarily good for distance. Why the hell did I do that? I knew it was gonna move the other way. Why did I jump for it? Like, there are jumps that you should not be able to make, or I don't feel like you're intended to make without hover, that you can very easily clear with a spin jump. It's almost why I think hoverless is such a viable category, because there's so many ways to like get around hovering. So yeah, the two eventuallys for me are like speedrunning Sunshine and also trying to do a hoverless. Or both. Yeah, if you're patient, this level's not that bad, but again, even into adulthood, I am not patient. It's like me, can I make that spin jump? It's like, also me, please stop. Like, me to myself, it's like, don't do that. Don't try to make that jump, just do the intended way. Alright, we have to come immediately back into the stage, unfortunately. Or fortunately, that one's actually not that bad. How many have we gotten in this stream? We've gotten 12 so far, but a lot of those were blue coins, so it doesn't really count. I mean, we got 12 shines, but we got a lot of blue coins too, so we got even more. Counts off is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, for the sake of remembering, because I forget these all the time, we're gonna get this out of the way immediately. So yeah, I think this will be a 4-stream game, if my count is correct, because we're averaging about 30 per stream, but again, it'll speed up once we get to the blue coins and can actually trade them in. So I am legitimately curious to see if this will be like barely a 3-stream game or a 4-stream game. And if it's a 4-stream game, how long will that last stream even be? Because, like, right now it's like we're only an hour and 40 minutes in. We can easily get through most of Serena Beach, I think. Oh, I might be greatly overestimating my abilities at this game. That's the other option. Like, the Plaza ones aren't very time-consuming, except for like a handful of really hard, notorious stages. So really, it's just No-Key Bay as the last, like, really big hurdle, in my opinion. Everything else isn't that bad. Alright, second time's the charm. We have like 2 coins above the Yoshi blocks, I think. And then the rest of them should be on at the orange block structure at the end. One thing I find really rude about these stages, why they do that? One thing I find really rude about these stages is how the coins don't actually appear until after the countdown, so you can't just like get a sneak peek with the text box. You actually have to close the text box to actually see where everything's spawning in. But yeah, now that we got this too, we can kind of blitz through this section a little bit. We can just skip the one cycle entirely and can do the same for this one. Unfortunately, this part we do have to like manually go through the slow way. There's no like way to speed this up, so... We can speed this up though, for sure. Just skip that whole block ride. To here. Almost jump off the ledge, like a dumbass. This one's actually kind of precise. Like, trying to angle that. There's like one up here too, which is a spot that you never have to go to organically in the actual stage. So again, it is clever, making you go to places you normally wouldn't have to go to. And we're done. Piece of cake. Yep, if anything, I think this, again, shows... I think I've played too much Sunshine for one lifetime. I probably am... in a weird category where it's like, I could probably learn to speedrun this game. Like, I'm probably, like, I have enough memory of this game, I could probably do that. It's just a matter of trying to learn it. And it's also a game I love enough that I don't think I would get sick of by trying to speedrun it either, so it actually might be a viable option. I've been thinking about speedrunning. Just because it seems like a really cool thing to do. To, like, learn a game to that level. But the main issue is just, you know, trying to clamp down and take, like, time out to practice. The other problem is this game is a long speedrun for 100%. Any percent's not that bad. Because, like... I mean, there are times for bathroom breaks. It's called cutscenes, because this game has so many long cutscenes that are unskippable on the New Game Plus, or the New Game Run, and there's no, like, New Game Plus to skip cutscenes. I'm kind of trying to focus here, actually. There we go. Darn it all, I'll remember this. Sure you will. Just double checking. By the way, one other weird quirk in All-Stars, this like load here used to be really chunky looking, like it was dropping frames. They actually patched it to fix that. So the only stutter now is in Delfino Plaza mostly. And again, some of that actually happens to be on actual hardware too. It's not just a 3D All-Stars problem. Entirely. So hey, it's time for everybody's favorite level, and by favorite I mean, not favorite level, it's the roller coaster balloons. When I was audio testing for this playthrough, I literally went to this level because the roller coaster levels are loud as hell. I did it first try, not even joking. Aw, Eepy Doggo. So yeah, I got this first try off stream. In practice, like, for, again, setup. So, we'll have to see how it goes this time. One weird thing is this cutscene plays twice in the level. It plays once for entering the park, and once again for clearing the mission, because that's to reload the level. It's like a weird oversight that it plays twice. So yeah, we'll see if I can lock in and take care of this pretty easily. This is definitely one that would be easier on actual hardware. By that I mean, you know, not Switch. Just because of, like, the way the game controller works. Welcome to the grand reopening of the roller coaster. We've got a balloon popping rocket game going on. Wanna try? If you can hit all of the balloons with water rockets before the roller coaster makes 3 loops, you win. And then we'll give you a prize. Good luck. Alright, let's see how this goes. Also, specifically, I got it while also testing a capture. I didn't even have it on my TV. I was using my game capture. So it was like on my stream overlay, but like through OBS, so it was really tiny. So yeah, I think I may be too good at this game sometimes. Like, scarily good at this game. Like, not to oversell my abilities, because I'll probably screw up now that I've hyped myself up this much. Like, I'm actually gonna focus here so I can try to do this first try, because I want to. For the sake of bragging rights. Because, oh, okay, I disagree with that one game. Those two... Okay, I was not aiming for that other one, but I'll take it. Can that reach? No, that's too low. Damn, I should've gone for a different one. I can get this one, I think. I time it just right. Yep, there we go. I missed these 3 over here. I should've gotten this earlier. Probably. I'm gonna wait until we're on the other side of it. Shit. Well, we got 2 of them. Almost got both in one shot. Didn't even need lap 3. Let's go. You did it. So yeah, I might have played this game too much in my life. I definitely remember struggling on this a ton as a kid, to the point where I just kind of drilled it. This is something that's the case for me with a lot of things. The other one is the final, we'll get to this eventually, but the final boss of Superstar Saga, I drilled that. As soon as I beat it once, I played it like 20 more times, I'm not even kidding, to get really good at it. Because that boss is so notoriously difficult. Even now, it's considered one of the hardest, like, Mario and Luigi bosses. But yeah, I legit drilled that boss and got really good at it, so... That's what happens when you're a kid with like minimal income and like a lot of free time, is you just get really good at the like handful of games you do have. So yeah, I notice I say that a lot as a stim, and it's like, so yeah. But as I was saying, it is a case, genuinely, of, I used to spend a lot of time getting really good at games, and that kind of carries forward. It's almost impressive to me, because it's like, it has been a bit since I played Sunshine. Last time I would have played it was around 3D All-Stars launch, I think, so it would have been about 2020, 2011, 21, I think, somewhere in there. So it's been a while, and yet I'm still kind of flying through this game, because I just have so much muscle memory, even with a different controller, more input delay, because wireless controllers and everything. Not really proven to be a problem so far. Alright, so on the beach. This one's a little awkward for blue coins. I'm pretty sure, at least. There's like a couple that only appear in specific episodes, so we are actually gonna get those, like, now, so I don't forget about them. But a lot of the other ones I'm gonna leave for later. So there are these two Nokis that are stuck in the electrified, paint, which, that's gotta suck. You rescued me, many thanks, friend. So I think you also might have a second chance at these in episode 6. Like, the guide only says episode 1, though. Many thanks, Mario, you saved me. It's also interesting how some characters do know who Mario is, others don't. Yeah, this will electrocute you, so good to keep in mind. Most of the other outdoor ones are like the other episodes, so we'll save those. Oh, please tell me my nightmare's over. You can save me. I don't know why, but you just look very capable to me. Listen, it all started around noon. This giant mantis-shaped thing showed up. It was paper thin, floating silhouette. It came and covered the hotel grounds in this electric goop. Then oh, the horror, my beautiful hotel, my poor building, sank in the middle of that awful ooze. Why me? Why? Now I've got the staff cleaning up, but where's my hotel? What am I supposed to do? I can't just sit back and... it's back, the Gossamer Ghoul, do something. This is the funny part, there's so many levels that are like, oh god, this stage. I don't remember having a problem with this level as a kid. For whatever reason, I don't remember struggling on this, like, at all. Like, this is a level I feel completely confident in, like, no joke. Like, I don't even think this is a me eating my words thing that's gonna come up. I legit think we're gonna get through this, like, no problem. Ow. Okay, maybe some problems. Apparently this is a reference to, like, Stephen King or something. I've never read a Stephen King book, I'm not gonna lie. I've never even seen an adaptation of his work, at that. To be fair, I'm not much of a reader. The amount of books I've read in my life is probably alarmingly small, actually. Just never was really into reading. Ow. I am getting too, like, relaxed and not actually focusing enough. Gotta just scatter shot. It's like not that difficult, I would say. I say as I'm almost dying. It actually gets easier in my opinion when they start targeting you, because once they start targeting you, you can just hover. I think they actually don't move that quickly too. I'm pretty sure it is actually possible to get the 100 coins in this level. I've only attempted this one a couple of times in my life, just because I find it kind of annoying to get the 100 coins here, to be perfectly honest. It's just kind of spraying down the whole beach, takes a while. Yeah, this early phase where they run from you, this is the part that, in my opinion, is kind of annoying. Wow, that one stayed alive a long time. Yeah, I'm being very careless. Like, we're not, like, in too much danger, but I'm still being more careless than I should be. By the way, this whole level is shaped like a GameCube. The two huts are like, where the D-pad and C-stick would be. This little pool over here is the face button, so you have this part is the B button, A, Y up here, and an X to the side. And then the other side is the main analog, with the palm tree over there. One of my favorite little details. This game was very proud to be a GameCube game. It's also so weird because this wasn't a launch title, it was August 2003, or 2002, I think. So it was like kind of late, but it happens a lot with Nintendo where there's a game that's like definitely meant for launch and misses launch. And yeah, this is definitely one that feels like that to me. Because it has like launch qualities to it despite being so late. Alright, that actually was more time consuming than I thought it would be, in all fairness, because I was kind of goofing around a lot more than I should have been. Also, this little fountain in the center is the start button of the GameCube. So I'm double checking the map over here. A lot of things can actually be gone in episode 7, so that's going to be our main target for collectibles, I think. Now we've got an hour, and we might be able to get to Noki Bay, or at least start it tonight. Which I can't tell if I'm excited about it or not, because it's like... It's not a horrible level in my opinion, it's just time consuming to try to find everything. This is like the same cutscene every time, because of just the way this game works. Most of it takes place indoors, which means it's a separate load. Basically everyone's like stuck outside, because there's ghosts inside. Spoilers. That was not talking. Hey, it's Mario, right? Yeah, Mario. Listen, I have a feeling you can help me out again. See, the hotel, it's full of ghosts. So, well, could you maybe just come inside? Look, just come inside, please. I can tell you're a miracle worker, don't be so modest. So, I'm gonna be reckless. You can actually skip what you're supposed to do, which is use the pink booze as platforms. You can just wall jump. You can just side flip up, basically. I'm gonna at least immobilize this one, just to keep it out of the way. I swear you can do this. Yeah, like, you're supposed to go all the way up using the boot platforms, you can just wall jump. Yep, like that. Which is good, because we have to do this twice, so if we can save time, that's great. This level sucks, by the way, on the first playthrough, in my opinion. This one's pretty hard. I'm actually gonna get the red coins for this one, because I don't remember where they are. Yeah, okay. Okay. The funny thing with this game is there's actually no Goombas, like, ever. The pink poos look like a F.L.U.D. emote. I can see it, actually. This part sucks, by the way, because it's like, you have to do an enemy bounce, which this game doesn't ask you to do very often. I actually don't know if you have to do that, now that I'm thinking about it. You might be able to spin jump. Again, this game has a problem of its movement is so good, a lot of things can just be solved by doing a spin jump. And just completely circumvent the intended method. Shit. Well, we can test it out now, I suppose. I don't want to spin jump on the sand platforms, I'm gonna take that slow, but yeah, you don't actually need to enemy bounce. I think F.L.U.D. creates a very unique gameplay style. Like, the way the levels are designed is very different than any other Mario game by the account of, like, trying to take F.L.U.D. into account. So, like, it doesn't have the same, like, platforming focus of other Mario games. It has a very different, like, identity to its gameplay, which I find really interesting, to be honest. Alright, free 1-up, which is good, because this gear can be out for blood sometimes. What's after this? Is this the end? Oh shit, oh no. Damn it. Hey, remember how I was saying the gear can be out for blood? Yeah. Sometimes it can just be a little finicky. Alright, third time's the charm? This is not the third time, I think this is the fourth time, actually. Yeah. Like, slope physics are just a little wonky in this game sometimes. Just gonna GTFO. Not stand on that block more than you have to. God, my hands are so sweaty at the moment, trying to go through these secret stages. I think we have time for the red coins, I hope. We'll give it a try at least. We can easily at least attempt it in 4 minutes. Yeah, after this, the only levels left are Noki Bay and Pinna Village for like the main levels. This game isn't that big. It's just a lot. There was like not that many levels, but there's a lot of shines per level. I picked the wrong level, didn't I? Oops. But what was I saying? I threw myself off because I picked the wrong level. If you actually do the math on it, there are 10 shine sprites per world, inherently. There's the 100 coins, so 11, 30 coins in each, so there are 14 shine sprites per world. That's a really high number for a 3D Mario, which I think is like a mixed bag. To be honest, in some ways I'm not opposed to the idea, in other ways it's kind of wonky. Like, it creates kind of a wonky feel to the pacing, because you're spending a lot of time in the same levels, versus Galaxy, for example, or even 64, where you're very quickly cycling out levels, more so than this. The camera's just not wanting to cooperate here. Yeah, but different gameplay structure, different identity to it, which again, is something I find really fascinating to talk about. It's like how each Mario, or, you know, games in long-running series in general have very different gameplay identities. Zelda's obviously a big one. Something I've realized over the years with Zelda is one of the biggest differentiators is how much overworld focus there is. Some games put a lot of emphasis on the overworld, even pre-Breath of the Wild. That's obviously the main example that you could cite. But even like Skyward Sword kind of has the same thing that Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild do, where the pre-dungeon setup is like part of the dungeon itself. Because there's so much setup to it all. That was almost too late. Almost did not time that properly. Well, the good news is we have F.L.U.D. this time, so I can kind of cheese this. I'm gonna use F.L.U.D. a lot here, just to keep from dying. I'm also gonna use it to jump off the gear as soon as humanly possible. And just not have to worry about it. Yeah, like gameplay identity and how each game structures itself is something is a topic I find really fascinating with long-running series. Obviously Sonic is a big one, because each Sonic game is, like, a lot of different Sonic games have such a unique feel to them. It just creates a lot of variety, and for better or worse. There it is. I was trying to keep up the guide, but yeah. We have 50 seconds till the ad starts again, so I think we'll just pause here for a moment. And then when we come back, we will see how much else we can get done in, Savannah Beach. I would like to be able to finish it up in, the stream, but an hour is pushing it, because there are some pretty involved shine sprites at Savannah Beach. Yeah, we'll be back, shortly.